Alright guys, starting out on the Red Deer grind today. Unfortunately, I was not streaming a few minutes ago and I had a mythical just walk up right behind my tower right here, but I can show you that in the harvest menu. But I've been doing a little bit more research to try to figure out how to actually do the stacking and the herd management here, and figure why not try it for the first time with the red deer. So currently, from what I can see so far, you want to shoot 6 and up and leave 5 and below. You can shoot the 5s, but definitely not the 1s, the 2s, or the 3s. So it's just in the last few minutes, just like getting things set up. Yeah, I've shot 1 6, 2 7s, and then the mythical, and now we've got apparently another, another 6 showing up at this lake here, and yeah, hopefully as we go, we'll just discover the drink zones as well. And I mean, if you enjoy watching the grind, all the power to you. I've heard it's quite a long one, but hopefully it won't be boring and be somewhat entertaining for those of you that enjoy watching the grind and like the hunt. But yeah, I don't even know really the exact times that the red deer drink. I think on some lakes it's between 4 and 8, and then other lakes it's not. But a lot of the stuff that I've been looking at for my research is kind of outdated. So the reason, maybe they drink in the daytime now. I don't know. That would be nice because sounds like maybe before an update. I don't know exactly when that update would have been, but before, at least for this map anyways, if I hadn't said, which is Awaro or something like that, Tawara Reserve. Apparently they only really, came in the nighttime and stuff. So maybe they've changed that now. I don't know, but we're just gonna cycle around between the lakes and you know find out. Because this is my first kind of grind. I don't know. Like I know you can shoot up to maybe 11, 12-ish, around there, 10, 11, 12 animals from hunting structure, to avoid some of your hunting pressure and whatnot. But because I'm not the greatest at tracking, and I don't like sitting around waiting at the lakes, I'm probably just gonna try, like, maybe shoot 2 or 3, sit maybe for a little bit, see if they come back, and then if they don't, just jump to another lake. But I have spared you all the painstaking process. I'll just show you here of going around and getting, like, the nearby outposts of this lake, a tent and a structure up here, which is, on this one. Got the tree stand set up kind of in the middle here for that lake in particular. Got another one set up down here. Tent on this lake, and I am carrying a tripod thing. Yeah, tripod with me, so I can anything like this I can spawn at, throw the tripod down, and hunt that lake as well. There's another one here with a short walk from the outpost. Got a tent here between these two lakes, and a stand here and another outpost. Same thing over here. This one here is the only one that I don't have a tent at, but the distance from this tent here, between here and here, is not too bad. It's maximum maybe 400 meters between here and here. For these two lakes, this is a bit of a hot spot, but I find this is more fallow deer over here. But could potentially check in there. There's another few zones around this area here, again, close to, you know, a couple outposts, but these aren't overly, as far as I know, populated. These guys are generally traveling, you know, between here and here, so we'll probably find them at the other lakes anyways. And yeah, again, you know, outposts here, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 for our lakes that we're gonna hunt. I've chosen to kind of just see what kind of herds we're getting at whatever lakes as we go, just kind of shooting the mid tiers, see where, at least for my map, the traffic is going to be the heaviest, and we'll probably make those you know, the 3 kind of hotspot kill zones as per se, you know, like the ones where we're going to be doing the most killing at. And then again, through research, watching some of these other guys giving pointers on maybe reducing the time it takes to spawn these diamonds, not kill as much on you know, surrounding lakes, like maybe like the smaller one or what, you know, like I want to try if I can to get this stacking process kind of working. Like again, like this is the first time I've ever done this, so this may work, it may not, but the general kind of consensus in the community for this game, at least at the moment, is that there is potentially something to this method. Some people have had success, some people haven't. So I mean, all we can do, I guess, right, is try and see what it's going to be for us. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream, and yeah, we'll see how we can do. Also, I'm like poor as fuck right now, which is another reason why I've chosen to do this for the red deer, because they do pay a decent amount of money, especially if I fuck my shots up. I'm still getting used to my shot placements and stuff, but that being said, even with a poor shot, at least with the rifle that I'm going to be using, they're still yielding, you know, like close to a grand. You know, not very often are they going to be dropping below. I mean, like on a really fucked up one, maybe you could expect $700-800, but that's still pretty good, and that's you know, getting up there. I'm gonna not shoot the females as much, try to shoot only the stags again, and yeah, we're just gonna see what kind of RNG type thing we can get into. But I've heard it can be, you know, upwards of a few thousand kills before you get some of those bigger ones to spawn in. Sometimes it's 300-400, I don't know. But I'm going to leave the map as is and basically just continue to try this theory out and see how it goes. And then yeah, so for weapons, I'm using the Zarza 308 Stalker. It is one of the DLC weapons, but this one is recommended, as well as the 303. I actually do not have the 303 unlocked. You can unlock it through completing the story of this mission, or of this map, which I have not done, but may do in the future. But this one here is a 5-shot semi-automatic, which should help me with the grind, and then I've also got the 30-06 as a backup. But I am nowhere near good enough to be even able to, like, you know, hit enough deer, like going for the vitals and switch and still have deer around. Like generally I can only kill 1 or 2. Like sure, I could shoot a bunch more, but I don't really want to rush this process, because I don't want to accidentally, you know, fuck up a good one or not, you know. And so really at this point I'm just kind of using this one, taking it slow, doing, you know, 1 or 2 at a time, you know, 2, 3, whatever, you know, depends on the lake, I guess, or the spot. And you know, then going and tracking those, jumping back to another lake or fast traveling somewhere else, and kind of just, you know, doing that, I guess. And yeah, see where we end up. I just need to make sure I've got my do not. What have I done with my? Oh, I guess I've put my stand here then. So this is the stand that I need to bring with me. So we will need to travel back over here. Make sure we pick that up before we leave. But anyways, yeah. Enough of that. We're just gonna try to track these couple guys over here. If I even hit two, I don't know. And in theory, if I'm hitting these, oh, look at that, they're both side by side. If I'm hitting them right, they shouldn't be going too far with the 308 rounds, you know, from where they're shot, unless, you know, unless I get, what do you call it, like a flesh wound, and not an organ. But even then, they should still die. But yeah, this one is decent but pretty low, so I'm just gonna, you know, claim that dude there, and I guess that's it for these guys. And yeah, we'll just head back over to our stand and keep going. See how we do. Oops. I could be, you know, changing the time and doing that kind of stuff, but I think for the first little while, because like I'm right at the beginning of the grind, it's probably not much point to that. When they maybe start to thin out, or I'm not finding anything on it, you know, anywhere. Which, I mean, is possible, I guess. I don't know. Like I say, this is the first time I've done this, but if I'm not finding anything kind of anywhere, then I'll you know, I'll put the time to, I guess, 0400 and, you know, do the same thing. But I kind of feel with how long it takes to track and jumping between lakes, it'll quite easily go around the clock, maybe fairly quickly. I could be wrong. And then, you know, when it's past their quote-unquote times, I'll do the, like, I'll go pick up the harvests that we've shot, and then, you know, try to kill some of the time that way. I don't know if, in order for this RNG factor type thing, if you actually have to claim the harvest that you've shot to get the new spawns to spawn in. I'm assuming so. I don't think just shooting them is enough. I think you actually have to harvest them. Which is kind of annoying. Otherwise, I just, you know, jump between lakes and just shoot a whole bunch, leave them there, and then, you know, at the end of the grind, just go run the perimeter of all the lakes and pick up whatever. But I don't think that you can really do that and still get the spawns. But if someone else does know the answer to that, let me know. I'm sure it wouldn't be that simple. But, you know, again, I could be wrong. And this is El Dedo, at least for now. So, yeah, we're just gonna pick this up. Also, because I'm poor too, it costs money to, you know, change the time and all that. It shouldn't be much of an issue, especially with, you know, hunting the red deer. But what I'll do is kind of, like I say, just hop around between the lakes for a little bit, try to kind of get the need zones in the first bit, being right at the beginning, and then also, you know, collecting those few harvests will get a little bit of a pool. Then I can start, you know, resting for the time change stuff, and it'll more or less, you know, pay for itself with one deer on each lake. And yeah, see how how we make out. Also, I guess I should probably put this skill point to use here. And the one we want is the trophy rating here. So that's gonna definitely help with this grind, because again, in theory, if I start to get some of this stacking working, which is gonna take quite a while, this will make it much easier to know which ones are potential diamonds and not, for taking those, you know, slower shots. And yeah, just try our hand. I don't really feel like running around and collecting drink zones and stuff, or need zones, but enough of these lakes, with the exception of maybe one or two over here way in the north, which we're not even really hunting at. I think maybe the one on our map that is the biggest is probably this one maybe, and this one. Well, this one up here is pretty big too, that we were just at, but yeah, running like spotting on at least on the smaller ones, we're gonna get the majority of the need zones just by spotting them at the lakes themselves before we're shooting, and eventually they'll just kind of flesh out. I think that's be a huge time saver. But I've heard both sides. I've heard, you know, don't start the grind until you get all the need zones, which in my opinion are there whether you discover them or not, and doesn't really make sense to me. But that being said, you know, I'm not a developer, so I don't know. Like, that could be a part of it. Some people swear it is, some people swear it isn't. But the consensus out there is you should have about 60 or 70% of your need zones for the map discovered for whatever species that you're hunting, and that will affect the spawn in, you know, rates of whatever it is that you're like, or it'll apparently increase the number of animals that you will get within a herd at specific zones at different times. But I'm under the belief that it's a little bit more on the RNG side, and that, you know, a lot of this stuff is just theory, and that, you know, animals are just going to be where animals are going to be. Yeah, the only way to really find out is to just try, you know, what we're doing, and see what the difference maker is going to be. Like, it's going to be kind of difficult to do, but in trying and getting that initial cash pool going, you know, it's gonna at least get some just by playing the game anyways. And then, you know, if I need to run around later and specifically just go for some of those over the others, then, you know, so be it, we'll do that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go change the time here, I think, 'cause just might as well start when the zone time is, just to get some of these guys down. And yeah, just gonna see how she goes. Oops. Oops, what did I do here? Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the process and the stream. It's not going to be as much kind of running around. Like, I do like running kind of around aimlessly in the bush and shooting different things and whatever, but I'm starting to kind of get to that point where it's like, you know, I want to specifically try to get some of the RNG a little bit more in our favor, instead of just wandering around, you know, hoping that we stumble across something. The maps are pretty big, and the odds are, from what I hear, pretty low. So, yeah. Like I say, like, this game has been out for quite a while. I'm a bit late to the game on this front. So with updates and things, and you know, developers doing whatever they do and chatting with communities and complaints, and, you know, improving their game and doing whatever, you know, things could be very different now than they were. I'm sure they are. I mean, from when the game came out. So with not knowing and not really being in the community as much as, you know, I would like to be, had I known prior, before starting this game out, may not be, you know, may not ring true. Some parts may, some parts may not. So basically just kind of rolling the dice on this one and, you know, just going with popular opinion that, you know, may have been true at one point and is no longer, or, you know, still is. I genuinely do not know. So we're just gonna cross our fingers here and, you know, kind of hope for the best and see what we can do with our plan. Anybody that knows me knows I'm not one to really have much of a plan ever, so yeah. It's kind of nice to have one. Oops. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of sitting around and waiting, I believe. We also kind of need to know, you know, which lakes are going to be the most populated. Like, I mean, I could just travel around the map to see until we, you know, travel to a lake that has a herd on it and go that way. Like, I don't know if that's the way that people do this or not, or if they genuinely just, you know, sit and wait at a lake. Because I'm fairly certain within the times that the animals drink, they will show up at least once at every lake on the map. But, you know, maybe not. Maybe they show up in game day, you know, on a couple of the lakes, and then the next day maybe, you know, a little bit less on one of those previous day lakes, and then, you know, more on another one that they weren't at before. I, you know, have no idea. But as far as I know, there's just a fuck ton of animals on the map, and they just kind of roam around, and there's so many of them that you're going to be running across, you know, plenty of them. Because even, you know, just running around and going to water sources and stuff, there's always animals of some sort. However, you know, so far I've been kind of hunting every species, so I don't know how much downtime that's really going to leave us specifically, you know, focusing on the one or not. So it just kind of, yeah, see how she goes. The other issue is, you know, and that will eventually make this much easier, is going to be having the red deer collar, which you get, I believe it's level 26, possibly 27, somewhere in there. And that's, you know, 10 levels away at least, for me, you know, 9, 10 levels away. So unfortunately, it's going to be quite a bit slower until I rank up enough to get that collar, and then I'm hoping around the time that we do kind of start to get some of that consistency on the lakes and know which ones are popular on our map. You know, we'll have that collar when we really need it, which is, you know, bringing in those higher rated stags, right? But right now, being right at the beginning of the grind, I think by the time we get to that point, it's not going to really matter because there's plenty of deer to shoot. But as they start to thin out and stack, I'll be ranking up, you know, kind of in the process. And hopefully by the time they're kind of fleshing out on the lakes a bit and we're getting bigger herds, you know, we'll get that collar and it'll make it worth it. I mean, can't think of any other way to really rank up other than, you know, play the game and shoot, you know, the animals. But with the red deer being one of the higher paying animals in the game, it's not going to be a disadvantage, I don't think, as far as equipment goes, to do it this way. But currently, it doesn't feel like we're off to an overly good start. There was, I'm just trying to think which lake it was that I was at. Oh, there's a call. I don't think that's a deer though. Maybe it is. Yeah, no. Yeah. The lake that I was at was this one up here, and this did have some herds up here. So I could always, you know, come back up there in a few minutes if we don't quite get there. This is the other one down here that had quite a few down here. This is where I started the video, was this lake here. But currently I've got 1, 2, 3. One of the lakes over here. I think it's this one here. 4, 5. No, not that one. Yeah, this one here. 6. So 1, yeah, 2, 3. These 2 are goat. Yeah, I've got 6. These are also fallow. So 6 red deer zones. And allegedly there's probably at least 30 or 40 of them. Like I think, you know, 2, 3 per lake. We got 12 lakes. So yeah, whatever that is, you know, 36, 30, you know, between 36 and 40, somewhere in there. Discoverable zones. So we'll just kind of, you know, see how well this works out. It's probably going to be really slow at the start, but all of these places where I've set our kind of stuff up for this grind in particular should, well, will have red deer on them. We are set up on every single lake, more or less, that they drink at. Okay, we're gonna hop from this one back up to here and see if any more stags have come in on this lake up here. Yeah, like, if anybody's ever done this before, or has their own kind of routine or writing recommendations, definitely would appreciate any suggestions you have in the chat. Like, should I, you know, do a certain amount of time per lake, whether there's deer or not? Should I leave the lakes that have nothing on them and not wait and just keep hopping between tents till we get, you know, hop on one that does? Or, you know, stay at a spot till we've killed minimum 3, then move? Or, like, does anybody have kind of a, you know, what do you call it, like, routine or, you know, way that they found works for them? Because I'm, like I say, just kind of winging it, and hoping for the best. So yeah, anyone that, yeah, has done this or tried it, you know, please let me know in the chat what you found works for you, if you know if things are definites or not on some of the other topics. Definitely would like to learn as much as possible when it comes to carrying out these grinds. But like I say, with a rate of, you know, there being a possibility of needing 2,000 kills, the rate we're going right now, this is going to be slow as fuck. So hopefully it picks up soon. Like these, you know, say it's 0600 to 10, so I could just be like significantly early. Well, I would be if that's when they're coming. So maybe I went a little bit too early on the 0400, but I swear one of these lakes, maybe it was this one over here, it was between 4 and 8, 06 and 10. Okay, well, maybe it's changed. Maybe they rotate. You know, let's do that. Let's just fucking, I might be just getting mixed up. Like, I've been watching a lot of different things and reading a lot of different pages, but maybe I just had the wrong number in my head. I don't know. We'll just go to, we'll just fucking do it again. We'll go to 0600. Or maybe, you know, just before 0600. Gives us a chance to kind of, you know, get in our structure and sit our dog down. before the deer roll in, just in case they're on the side of the lake where we're at. Getting low kind of on bullets as well, which is, so we will need to get some of these initial deer. And also, I believe to buy tents, it's something like 1,600 in-game currency or something like that. I'm probably going to, because I carry a, like I say, I carry a stand on me. Some of these, like, I've only got a total of 5 tents right now through the DLC, but some of these other lakes, like this one here, like, yes, the outpost is close, but like as I go, and because the grind takes so long, anytime I can shave off, you know, traveling between points like this is gonna help. So probably what I'll do is every time I get kind of around that dollar amount is just buy another tent, get it right, like, you know, right next to a structure, and then, you know, do that again. And then pretty soon we'll have, you know, like this, a tent and a structure on the edge of every lake, without having to pick the stands up. Like, the stands are probably around the same cost as well. Like, that's probably going to be pretty expensive to do that. But the beauty of that is like, you know, if you want to change maps or do the same thing somewhere else, it's like anything you invest into your equipment, whether it be tents or structures like this, like the tree stand or whatever you're using, works towards like the you know, whatever you're doing. So like as you're kind of building up your material, this stuff does stack, provided that you're buying the same, you know, color or type of tent and all that kind of thing as well. So if they're stacking, and your carrying capacity and all that kind of improves again as you get a little bit further into the game, and your ability to carry certain things kind of increases. Like, if as long as you can carry one tent, you can carry, you know, however many you have of that color, as far as I know, in a stack. So it'll be pretty nice to kind of have 10-15 tents or something that you can take around and set up. Like, I can't imagine you need very many more than that. Like, I mean, I've got, like I say, 12 lakes here kind of set up, of which, you know, like I say, I have 5 tents and some structures. I think I got more structures than tents by like maybe 1 or 2. So, you know, for this map, that would be, you know, like 7 more tents that I would need, and I'd, you know, I'd have a very nice just set up situation like this on every lake with no travel time. And yeah, like, could be really, really good. But again, it's going to be time consuming, but that at this point is my plan. And I don't really want to shoot this guy over here right now, because he, as far as I know, is for the deer dudes, is the only one that I've got over here right now, and I do want to discover some of those. Whoops, fuck. I do want to discover some of those need zones, which means I'm gonna have to actually physically watch the deer, like spot it when he's actually on the edge of the lake or drinking or, you know, sitting down. I think I did spot one of them somewhere over here. Yeah, this one here, this rest zone. There's one over there. And this guy is going to be one of the ones that I'm not shooting. Like, you can shoot the 5s, but for the first little while, I'm just going to try to shoot 6, 7, 8, and 9 only. So this guy won't actually shoot, but hopefully he gives us another zone here. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's one here. I know we got one over there, but this is a bigger lake, so there's probably maybe 2 or 3 on here. Like, I would imagine, like, there's probably one over there and over here. See where this guy's actually going. I believe render distance wise, as long as I'm within 300, I should be able to see deer if they're over here. I think it's like kind of maybe from like this point this way, like when you get 400 or 500, you might not see them. I don't know what the render distance is in this game, but I'm fairly certain I've spotted deer in this range before. But it is quite possible that, you know, way at the other end, somewhere over here, there are deer that are like on this hill here that I can't see. And I'm hoping that's not like up here. I'm hoping that's not the case, at least on the bigger lake. But this one here is probably, probably the biggest one out of them all. So we might only have that issue on this lake. But again, you know, having like another tent or something like that, you know, I could have one on a bigger lake. I could have one on, you know, either side. And there is a bit of a kind of neat trick if, when you're killing the animals that are like in the water, or drinking, like, you know, they will actually, like, say I shot one over here drinking. If I shot him kind of in the right time where he's in the water, he'd actually, if I get an organ, he'll float over here right to the base of my tower, and it saves me having to walk all the fucking way around the lake to go get him. But like, say you have a stand and a thing on either side, he's like, you know, I could shoot deer in the need zone over here, float them over to me, minus, you know, this problematic island here, but just in a general sense, and then, you know, pick up these guys and then travel to the other side of the lake, do the same thing, and save time walking, you know, back and forth 100 times. Oh, are they finally starting to come in now? And yeah, this would 100% be a better process if I had the collar for these guys too, but it's gonna be quite a while until I get that. There we go, that's one of the ones that we want there. So we know we've got a 7 on this lake here. I believe red deer make diamond at 251 or something like that. So this guy here, if you get an organ, is most likely going to be a gold. His range is only to 240, so yeah, he is one of the ones we'll be shooting, obviously, because he's higher than 5. We're starting to get more, so there is a zone over here. So let's see if we can get it to give us the actual zone. There's another 7 over there. So that's what, 2 7s. I'm hoping this gives me when I spot these guys, if it'll give me the zone here. Maybe you gotta actually be way closer to get it. This guy here is gonna give us a really nice broadside shot, so we'll probably just take this guy right now. And these guys do spook over here. And he's down over there, nice, excellent. So yeah, we probably got an organ if he died that fast. So animals should not spook, yeah, outside of 200. So fortunately, you know, these guys here didn't spook. That's really nice. These are all, you know, ones I'm not shooting anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But if these lower level guys are coming into the lake, then that other stag, you know, should return and do a quick scan around, see where we're actually going to get some of these guys coming in. So this guy is one that we want to shoot, but we want to wait till he kind of like, I want to give him an opportunity to give us the drink zones and stuff, just in case there is some truth to that zone shit for herd management. And yeah. He's a little dude, just chilling on his hill. But oh hey, Anomaly, thanks for popping in. Sorry, I didn't see that right away. I don't know how long you've been here, but welcome. Just trying to do this diamond grind, or you know, try to anyways with the red deer. See where this guy here went. He's still going around the outside. I'm certain there's a drink zone over here. I know this one over here. Whoops. I hate it when I do that. I know that this one over here is, you know, clearly is, but for some reason when I'm spotting these guys, I'm not getting the zone. Maybe I need to use the longer range binoculars to get it. But you know, I'm not getting it to pop up. But this guy here is back. He's or that's a different one. That's a 4. He's not the one that we want. I did see some, actually this is the lake I was at when that mythical came up right behind me. So the mythical came up right here by the this tree here, walked right up, came in here, like walked right between me and the tent, kind of drank right here, and then yeah, I shot him like right here. Well, yeah, actually there it is. There's the blood splosh from him. Unless that's the other one no, that's the one I just shot. But basically same place I shot this one. It's right here. He ran over there and he died right on that crest. But some of them were coming into the lake right here. Yeah, see here they come now. So there is gotta be a drink zone, you know, here and maybe right here close. I just want to wait to see where they actually go. And this other guy's got to be coming down here somewhere. Yeah, okay, so here he is here. That's a drink zone we already have. Oh, maybe this is him over here. Coming back. So that's the 6. See if he gives us a zone. Let's see where these guys go. I don't know if I'm spooking those guys or not. Yeah, I am definitely spooking them. So my thing here might not be in a good spot. This is a 6. So we're gonna shoot this one. Definitely got an organ on him. He's gonna go down like real quick, yeah. Right in the lung. So we've got 2 to pick up now. And I am more likely than not going to forget where the fuck I shot these things at and stuff. That's why I don't want to get, you know, too many more than 2 or 3 at a time. Because I really lose my place when it comes to, like, you know, one, remembering to pick up deer and then not. And like, yeah, you get your hunting pressure, but if I started like, you know, shooting deer over here or something, this would slowly start to fade. So I don't want this, you know, to fade my zones before I pick the stuff up. Otherwise, fuck, I'll never find, you know, like, I mean, I could find this one, right? But like, I don't even remember where we shot the other one. Like, it was like over here somewhere, I think. Or no, was it here? What's this? Oh, yeah, it is over there. One of them kind of went down, I think, over here. I can't remember already, and I've only shot 2, right? But that's what we have the dog for. Because, yeah, it's going to take me bit to get used to. And, you know, and it's easy kind of ish when you're in your, you know, thing. But once you get down on the ground and you got the contour of the ground in the way, like, I mean, this lake's not so bad for that, because it's a bit more open, but some of the lakes, some of the hillsides and shit, once you get out of your thing, it gets fucked. And then the travel time on foot to walk over to where your kills are also gets a little bit annoying as well. And a lot of the times I find, like, I know, okay, like, I'll be like, oh, I need to go to that tree. But by the time I actually fucking walk all the way around here, I might be at, like, this tree and think I've walked far enough and I still got, you know, it's like, you know what I mean, deceptive to know how far away to go. So it's really easy to lose your kills, or, you know, like, even if they just run up off the thing into the woods, unless you know where you shot them, you're gonna, you know, lose them up there somewhere. Because, yeah, like, I don't even know where we shot. Maybe I shot him at the other lake even. Like, I don't, you know, I thought we shot 2 here already now. One of them was, like, went down, like, more out in one of these clearings, like, up here or something. See, we got a lot of the ones and stuff coming in. I don't even see where we shot that other one. Like, I know his blood's here, so I mean, he can't be that far. He probably just, you know, died somewhere. Like, I know it wasn't far because we watched him go down. I couldn't tell you where the fuck that was now. These little dudes coming in. So you've got 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. We're not shooting. So none of the guys in that herd were shooting. At least yet. None of these females either. These are all useless. They're good for money, but it doesn't help with the grind. Here we go. Like, some people say don't shoot the 5s, and some people say shoot the 5s, but definitely 4 and below you should not shoot. So I'll probably leave this guy for now. I think we've got, as far as who's coming with these herds, that, like, this herd that likes this spot here is pretty much, you know, depleted for what we're trying to do. And then, you know, we have the potential of possibly shooting this one later on, just kind of see how we do. I'm going to leave them for now. I think leave the 5s for the first while. Unless, you know, that's all we're getting for whatever reason. But maybe what I'll do is probably just exit, because they're not really getting any more of the ones we want in here just yet. We'll pick this dude up. Track that other one. And then, yeah. So we're gonna track this guy here. This guy didn't go. Oh yeah, he died like just like over here or something, right? I think. Come on, Goose. I know he didn't go far. Should be able to see him somewhere over here. Maybe he's up here on this other side of this thing. Yeah, he should be. Yeah, okay, here he is. Okay, so that's the two we need to pick up. Decent. Getting some money. These are like rabbits here that are making this noise and shit. So yeah, we're gonna dip from this lake for a little bit. Let's head back over maybe to this one over here, because we still have 3-ish hours game time before their zone thingy kind of ends. So I kind of want to just kind of jump between the lakes and see where we got the bigger herd at. Fortunately with this one you can kind of scout it, I think, from this hill. This might not be a good one to be at actually with our scent going the way we don't want it to go. Doesn't look like we've got anything on this lake right now. Oh, yep. Some guys down here. Here we go. We got another drinking zone. 5, 1. These you don't shoot anyway because they're female. So we got one stag down here. So we'll leave that. We'll just kind of hop around to all our points, see where our hot spots are before we start just going wild. We got to determine which kind of lakes we want to make our shooting lakes. There's nobody on this one. I think there may only be one drinking zone, if any, on the small lakes. So if we come to it, we don't see them here at this time. They'll be there later on. We'll go check out the other one over here. And yeah. See how we are doing for sounds like we've got deer, or sorry, not deer, the feral pigs here, but generally those kind of show up. And these other guys show up too. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. But yeah, so far we've got, like I say, 2 7s, 6, and an 8. 8, 7, 7, 6, and then we just had another 6, I think it was, another 2, so 8. I should be kind of marking it down, but anyway, try to keep track of what we've actually shot. Time is it now? 7:35. Yeah, okay, so nobody on this lake. We'll hop over to here. Now, this is one of the lakes where I did have some deer earlier when I was running around putting the tents down. So we could be in luck here. I like the music on this map too. Aha. We've got a 6. Oh, 2 6s on this lake, okay. Now, these guys, again, from what I've read, when they're single like this on a zone drinking, should leave them, otherwise you kill the zone, from what I have been told. And yeah, it's a good point to shout out. One of the channels that has actually been super helpful in starting this process is Lady Legend on YouTube. She's got a bit of an orange icon, and you know, like a deer in the background or whatever. I'm sure you punch her and you're gonna find her. Definitely recommend going if you want to give this game a try, or follow someone with a little bit of a different spin on things. Give her a follow, like, or whatever. Just go, check her stuff out, because part of me getting into my own kind of thing, has come from watching streamers like her as well. So, yeah. A lot of these tips and things that I'm passing on are coming through, like I say, watching not just her videos, but her videos and a few other people, and looking things up on Google, reading about the game. But as you guys probably know, it is much better to get the information from somebody else actually playing the game than reading it, on like Wikipedia or something. Like, I mean, like, that's not as fun, right? I mean, unless that's, your thing, but it's nice when there's other people doing the same kind of things and putting their own time in. It saves other people a lot of time in, and saves other people a lot of their time doing things the hard way, or going and making mistakes that could have been avoided not doing the research, right? Because thousands of hours and community time gone into a lot of this stuff. Okay, so well, we're gonna leave these guys for now until they bring friends. I don't want to shoot them by themselves or by themselves. I had quite a few red deer actually on this lake as well last night when I built this thing. Like, it took me a good 2 or 3 hours, believe it or not, well, probably about 2 hours to run around and set everything up to do this grind. Obviously, I did all that off stream because that'd be very boring to watch. But yeah. We gotta find the herds, man. Another 6. why all these guys are drinking by themselves, not bringing other dudes with them, but this guy here's got dudes with him, so we could shoot him. And I think that guy there was a 6, so this guy we can shoot. So right now, if I put my tripod down, he will probably spook. So I just want to get outside about, you know, more than 200 meters. And hopefully when I place this down here, he does not freak out. Yeah, okay, we're good. Still trying to learn my distances and stuff on what I can and can't do. And that other one where I did spook a couple of those lower level guys there on one of that first or second stand that we were on. I might need to move that stand because I have a feeling I'm sitting right on top of one of their fucking drink zones that they're going to and would have been at had I not been there. So did we get an organ? Oh, yes, we did. Yeah, I might need to I think it's the lake that has the red tent, whichever one that is, but when we come across it again, yeah, when we come across it again, I will move it maybe a little bit further away to the other side until we know that we're getting some of these zones discovered. Slowly but surely it'll flesh out and the plan should come together. And, you know, it's fun and we're making money in the process and ranking up towards our deer caller, right? So it's just hanging out and, you know, hunting. I don't know. There's some people out there who probably wouldn't consider this hunting, I guess, right? Because it's, you know, like, I don't know, is it hunting smarter or is it, you know, not? Again, you know, whatever. I'm sure the opinions are going to vary on both sides, but personally, I kind of err a little bit on the side of it's not like, I wouldn't say cheating, but we're doing it in a way where rather than going around and looking for the animals specifically, we're just waiting till they come to us. But I think going out and actually walking around in the bush and looking for the animals themselves is much more fun. But as far as being effective, you know, yeah, being effective or whatever with your grind or the time, it's probably this way that's most effective than wandering around aimlessly. We haven't been... So this is the one that's got the red lake on it. We did check this one out already. Maybe what we'll do is... there is supposedly some zones somewhere around here, so maybe we'll just kind of go to this one here on foot. And yeah, we'll see if we oh, I didn't pick my structure up, but that's okay, because this is one of the places where I'm not going to worry about hunting pressure, because, you know, fuck it, there's only, I think, maybe 1 or 2 drink zones over here. Maybe not. It all depends. Once we figure out where these guys are gathering more in mass, herd-wise, on our lake, or lakes, then we'll, you know, adjust for that. Yeah, well, yeah, adjust and, you know, adapt or whatever to whatever the game gives us, right? You know, I don't personally really give a shit which fucking lake I hunt at, as long as I'm, you know, getting to shoot animals and I'm having fun and I can harvest them, then, you know, I'm good. But I do like the lakes that have a bit more visibility, right? Obviously, like I don't like having to like hunt up in the side of the hill for things. You know, when I'm hunting in this manner, when I'm not and I'm walking around, and yeah, I love it, going up in the hill and doing whatever, right? And tracking, like, you know, an animal at a time, but for what we're trying to do, that's an even slower approach. Let's just see. Just gonna pull up my got a map here of where I'm going exactly. So we've kind of got them along. There's kind of 2 here and 2. So we're kind of like right in the middle-ish of where these are supposed to be. Or, sorry, I shouldn't say supposed to be, where these could be. So I'll make sure we're coming down to check this river area for these dudes. So we want to know where they are on for us on our map. Could be anywhere up to 4, like 1, 2, you know, 3, you know, 4 kind of thing. But I am not really seeing anybody out here at the moment, unless I'm blind. Could be quite a bit farther up though too. But chances are they're probably, you know, around this area here where it's like there's a spot that they can cross on foot. I don't know if they walk across on bridges. They probably walk across, you know, on an area like that. But it doesn't look like anybody's over here, so we're just going to travel back to here again, just to cut some of the walking time in half. And oh, go this direction. Yeah, where to go? I also hate the story mode thing because I always mix it up with my marker just because, you know, the color. Even though, I mean, I guess it's a very different indicator, but when I'm just kind of like not thinking about it and chatting with you guys, you know, doing the mindless kind of grind, often I find myself fucking walking towards this marker and then realizing I'm not going the right way. I think you can turn, actually, let me just check. I think you can turn the that shit off when you're not. Let me see. Tutorials and hints. Mission system off. I turn this off as well. I think that's part of the reason why I'm hesitating on whatever. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, I believe that should have removed. Yes. Much better. Also, kind of cleans up the screen a little bit. Now, it is possible that this green triangle thing here is a hunting structure, in which case we could just fucking pay to build it and, you know, have a permanent structure on the map. Which would also be, you know, very cool and save some money. I mean, it's much cheaper to pay for one of those at $2,000 or whatever it is than, you know, 16 grand for a tent or a stand. Which, you know, I should have with me and I, you know, don't, but that's okay. We just want to see if we can get a couple more zones. As I could kind of, you know, run a little bit further. We're not close enough yet for anything to get freaked out. Save some time. Yeah, this lake down here will be one of the ones that I will want to get a tent at. Once we get a little bit more cash for a tent, because I do also have to keep in mind, you know, the cost of the rounds to keep it flowing, which really, you know, don't cost much as long as, you know, just a little bit careful with the bullets in the beginning till we kind of get a little bit of a cushion, and then it won't matter as much. Okay, this is not a structure, unfortunately. This is a landmark. Yes, we're getting zones. Awesome. But what we will do is discover this, because that gives us
I don't really get why people fall over
XP and stuff.
To get slightly different variations of the same photo. Why can't they just stand back and enjoy it?
Okay, so we do have a 6 here, and he's with other homies. Couple of 5s. Yeah, so maybe we should be shooting the 5s, because we've seen quite a few 5s. Yeah, so we have got 6, a 4, and a 4. So we can shoot this guy here. He has got kind of like a silver rating. Oh, we've got a 7. So we play 7, 6, 5, and, or no, 4 and 4. So we've got 1 to shoot. And 2 to shoot. So we're gonna shoot. Oh fuck, and I don't have my okay, I don't think we'll just get a little bit more hunted, so it's not a big deal. Shouldn't really, whoops, do this, but we're gonna do it anyways. So we're supposed to these guys are far enough away that they shouldn't spook. So in theory, all we can do is, you know, put the knowledge to the test, right? We need to find the guy we want to shoot here, though. Where did he go? That's not him. It's the one that's drinking, I think. But I can't get him to spot because my fucking... I just want to be really careful. I don't want to hit the force. I mean, these guys are going to have to separate anyways. But it's weird because this number 4 guy almost looks better than the other one, but it's just the antler style. Like this guy's in front here, his antlers are better. Or, you know, bigger. But personally, I like the look of this guy in the back more than I do this one here, but that's okay. Try to move maybe to get him between the legs instead. Hopefully he doesn't see me. Fortunately, our scent is, you know, downwind. Oh, I just want to make sure I'm not too close to these guys either. 300. These guys are not supposed to spook, but they could. So, yeah, we're just gonna... Wish these guys would separate from one another. Guess they don't need to. It's got a bit of a awkward angle on this one. I guess not really. Wait for him to put his head up. Oops, shit. And we got him. Let's see, did these guys spook? No. Perfect. Oh shit, I should have kept my eye on that fucking guy. Where is he going? I don't think we got an organ because he's not going down. Or maybe he's gonna walk and go down over with our other one. That'd be sweet. What the fuck? He mustn't be bleeding very much. Must have really screwed that up. That's why I didn't want to take that angle because or that shot. Not very good on those angles yet, but the only way to get better is to do it, I guess, right? And he hasn't died yet, obviously, because we don't have the, you know, we can see him over there walking around. But the one we want is this guy here on the far left, I believe, because he looks like he's got the bigger rack. Not that one. Yeah, this one here. We'll wait till he gives us a broadside this time, if he's going to give us. I mean, he's going to finish drinking eventually, right? And walk away somewhere, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't just turn around and give us a worse angle, but you know. See, did that other one die? No, not yet. So I fucked that that shot up pretty bad. We're gonna get closer to this guy, maybe 200. Oh, there, yeah, of course, he did turn around and give us a worse angle. But we're gonna switch before he goes too far up the hill, just for when he does walk out. Just gotta walk right in front of that other fucking guy. Like, I can hit him, but it's just, I want to get a nice, I want to make sure I hit his fucking lung. I don't like, I'd rather wait and not track than just fucking shoot him and do what I did with that other one. Because that other one obviously, you know, didn't fucking die, and we gotta wait for him to come back now. So... let's walk this way. Or this way. My friend. Now, what was his rating? Maybe he is worth just fucking shooting him. Let's see. Is he... Of course, he's right fucking behind the other one. This thing is super ass for spotting shit that, like, you know, even though I'm not even aiming at the fucking front one. 202. Yeah, he doesn't have a very good rating. So it doesn't really matter if we screw this shot up, really. You know, that I know of. So we're just gonna fucking shoot him. Fuck it. Sure, I can get him. Oh, as long as I don't do that. I probably fucked it up. That's him, right? Or is that the 4? I wasn't really paying attention there. Oh, that's the 5. I kind of figured that was the other one. Okay, I'm glad I didn't shoot it. Okay, well... Okay, so this... first one was over here. I believe. I think that's his blood right there, actually. Straight across. Like, right there somewhere. Oh, whatever, we'll just... Worst part about this is you gotta walk all the way around the fucking lake to get, you know, over there. Unless this is the one. Maybe I did get him, and then this guy, you know, this guy's just died, and then this is the other one. So I swear we spotted one over here too, or shot one further this way, but maybe not. Oh well, either way, we've taken 2 shots, so we'll do one at a time. We'll start with one, then come back, and then see if we get a thing. If not, we'll walk that side of the lake until we get a trail. Or get the dog on the blood, and then, yeah. Yeah, because, oh yeah, no, that's right. We shot him over here, and then he ran around, and then joined these guys over here. Or, you know, was it? Fallow deer, yeah, we don't want any of them. Let's see, is this a hunting structure over here? That'd be cool. Probably is. If it is, we'll just probably build it. Yeah, it is. Or this side of the lake, might as well. Nothing wrong with that. I think you get XP. Maybe. No, but might as well build that. Oh, you do get XP. Nice. Let's see for a dog. I don't think we're close enough yet. Maybe we are. Go track these 2 dudes. Might have to kind of go somewhere down on this side down here too. Like we have enough for a tent, but I want to get maybe 5 or 6 more. 5, 6, 10 deer, kind of something, whoops. Something like that. Before I buy a tent, but maybe what we'll do is, when we do get a tent, we'll put it somewhere down on this side down here. Now, I thought I had an outpost right here. What happened to it? It just vanished? Or, well, either way, that's probably an outpost in the light right there. That would make sense, because this is a big ass fucking lake, man. Oh, he found the blood, that's good. Anyway. Wait, is this other white smaller white dot your dog? That would make so much more sense. I've never put that together before. That would be awesome if it is, because I have a hard time fucking finding this dog, man, sometimes. All the time. That guy was a gold, only 200, but oh, I did get a good shot on this one. Okay. Well, that's good. See if he finds the blood of the other one. Oh, it looks like he might. Nice. The other one came through here as well. That saves us some time. Cool. So we're gonna finish tracking this guy here, and then I'm gonna stop and start the stream again with a little kind of brief intermission. I have actually, as an update, done a little bit of work. You guys may have noticed on the channel. I have kind of changed the picture now that I've got, I guess, a logo, like generic thing or whatever to use, as well as a banner and a video clip thing. I did decide, don't know what stream it was I was talking about, but I did decide to pay for a very generic or basic kind of branding thing, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to find, the channel as we go. And then yeah, what's the other thing? Trying to remember now. Yeah, the intermission thing, that's what brought this up. So having the I haven't quite got it, like I have downloaded a bit of a editing kind of software, just having a bit of an issue right now because my computer that I'm using is actually partitioned. My drive is partitioned and I do not have the right storage capacity for the side that I need to run the specific program on. The external drive that I have is actually a you know, quite a bit of space, but is not formatted correctly to be able to store and do. So I'm, you know, I've been fucking around with that, trying to get it whatever sorted. But basically the long and short is I won't be able to add any of the intermission and or like transition screen type stuff until I figure out which program I'm gonna go with, because it's, you know, long term it's got to be something that's really gonna work. I don't think this guy is actually gonna go down, which kind of sucks. We might have to just let him come back to the lake. He's going pretty far. But yeah, so that being said, my approach, at least in the early stages, is gonna just be to try to cut the videos around an hour and a half, and then go from there. And then down the line, oops. Sorry guys. Down the line, when it gets a little bit more, again, kind of fleshed out, I won't need to do that, hopefully. And yeah, but it works out for me because I can do you know, kind of a little short, you know, break, with probably the longest being 10 minutes if I plan to, you know, continue, and then, you know, aiming as much as possible. Just gonna see if this deer's on the other side of this hill, and if he's not, just gonna do that now. But yeah, aiming. Oh yeah, he is too. Fuck, I kind of thought he was. Is that the one that I want? Can you get me the fucking spot thing? Yeah, there he is. 6. That's the guy we want. Oh, for fuck's sakes, I missed him. son of a bitch. I changed my, anyways, he'll come back to the lake, so we're just gonna fucking travel. Now, where's the, spot that I brought my tripod that I didn't pick up? Here. So we're gonna go back here. Set. So what I'm gonna do, yeah, is like I say, I'll cut the video here, just in the tent, because we're gonna have to change the time again, anyways, with it being 10 o'clock now, like in-game time, I mean. And yeah, we'll we'll aim if I can for about an hour and a half, and then leading up to that, when I say like I'm gonna break and come back, you can expect it to be 5 to 10 minutes. Like I say, aiming for 5 minutes. And then if for whatever reason I don't plan on returning, I won't just vanish between videos, especially if I'm doing a stream or planning on playing for a while. But yeah, the videos are going to end up being an hour and a half, and then hopefully when I put them into a collection there or whatever, they'll go in order from the timestamp or however, like for time streamed, rather than just pause the stream and have you guys staring at the whatever it is. Like, I mean, I could try that too, but I don't have those transitions to do so. So we'll cut her there, and yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do this, what's going to be the easiest way to do it, make things flow, invest time and effort into the right places and not squander it, kind of thing, and flesh this out in a way that it becomes easy for you guys to follow and not confusing, and get like a series of things kind of going in order properly that are not massively long, because we all have lives and stuff as well, and then you can follow along at your own pace, and eventually at some point I'll get it on YouTube as well, and that'll be much easier to manage, because things actually do expire on Twitch at the moment. So currently I'm just kind of downloading the files of the ones that are have the whatever content that's worth taking the time to upload to YouTube, but at the moment I'm probably throwing out about 65% of it, just because we're coming up to almost the end of the second week, or yeah, second week since starting this whole thing, and yeah, it just carry on, and slowly but surely it kind of will hopefully come together and make sense for everybody. So yeah, we'll catch you guys in a few minutes, and I hope so far you're enjoying the stream, and yeah, see you in a little bit.